Hi everyone. Today let us do the derivation of expression for rate constant of second order reaction when the concentration is not the same, concentration of the reactants is not the same. That is when A is not equal to B. Let's take an equation A plus B giving rise to products. So at time is equal to 0, the concentrations of A and B reactants would be small a and small b respectively. And here we know at the initial stage no amount of products is formed. Now at time is equal to t, let's take some amount of products is formed, or let's take the products is formed, x, and the concentrations of A and B reactants would be A minus x and B minus x respectively. Now if you have to write the rate law or rate of the reaction for this particular equation, then it would be as rate R is equal to K into concentration of A into concentration of B. And let's substitute the value of concentration of A into concentration of B as A minus x into B minus x. R is equal to minus of, now we are going to re-express this equation and we are going to get it as R is equal to minus of d of A by dt. This is nothing but we are going to re-express this equation and write it as R is equal to minus d of A by dt. Now let's substitute concentration of A as A minus x, and we are going to get it as A minus x, that is d of A minus x by dt, that is equal to, let's expand minus A minus x and write it as d of A by dt minus d of x by dt. Now we know the concentration of A in the initial state is constant, and hence we can write it as, rewrite this expression as d of A by dt is equal to 0 minus dx by dt, that is dA by dt is minus dx by dt. Now this value of dA by dt we are going to substitute in this equation, and write it as R is equal to minus dA by dt, that is nothing but R is equal to minus of minus dx by dt. Now we know minus into minus is plus, and hence we're going to get it as R is equal to dx by dt. Now the next step would be, see we have the two expressions here, rate is k into A minus x into B minus x, and we have rate is equal to dx by dt, and hence we're going to equate these two equations and we're going to get finally as dx by dt is equal to k into A minus x into B minus x. Now at this point of time we can equate, or we can bring about some changes and make use and make sure that all the x values will be in one end, so that it will be helpful in to integrate. So what we will do is, we will write it as dx by dt, that is equal to k into A minus x and B minus x. That we can rewrite and write it as dx by A minus x is equal to k into dt. Dx by A minus x is equal to, dx by A minus x into B minus x is equal to k into dt. Now let's integrate the above expression. So whenever you are making use of integration, it is nothing but bringing two values together, or two extras together, or two expressions together. So now here we have the conditions as when time is equal to 0, some amount, no amount of product is formed, hence x is equal to 0. But when time is equal to t, then x is equal to x. Now this is what we're going to write in the limits for the integration, and integrate it to 0 to x, dx by dt into B minus x is equal to k into integration of 0 to t dt. Now, in the integration, we can make use of the partial fractions. Partial fractions is a part of the integral calculus which helps us to make, or which helps to simplify any equations or any expressions. So hence we make use of partial fractions in calculus. That's a part of the algebra. So now here what we're going to do is, we can rewrite this, or using partial fractions we can write down this integration term in this form, that is equation 1. That is 1 by A minus x into B minus x is equal to A by A minus x plus B by B minus x. Now here let's take LCM of this term. Once we take the LCM, we're going to get it as A into B minus x plus B into A minus x divided by A minus x into B minus x. Now we can see here that on the left and right side of the equal to sign, we have the two expressions which are similar, hence we can strike out that, and finally we're going to get it as 1 is equal to AB minus AX plus BA minus BX. Now let us take X together. So we are going to let's take out X together, and 1 is equal to X into A minus. So what we're doing is, we have AX and we have BX, and we're going to take out X common, and what is retained is minus A minus B, plus we're going to retain AB and BA as it is. Now if we equate this equation and write down as 0x on the left side, then it wouldn't make any change for the equation, as 1 plus 0 is always equal to 1. or 2 plus 0 is equal to 2. So similarly, we're going to write it as 0 into x plus 1 is equal to minus x into a plus b plus ab plus ba. That is what we have written in expression here. Why we are writing this expression is because we have one x term here on our right hand side, and if we bring out an x term on our left hand side, then we can easily equate the two equations and we can derive value of a. Hence we are going to make use of 0 into a, and hence we are writing it as 0 into x on our left hand side. Now a plus b is equal to 0. Now since you can see here, you have a term 0x and you have a term x into a plus b. So we are going to equate these two terms and we are going to write it as a plus b is equal to 0, and that is nothing but a is equal to minus b. That is expression 1. Now on our right side, we are going to make use or equate ab plus ba is equal to 1. That is nothing but this expression. We have 1 on our left side, and we on our right side we have ab plus ba, and we're going to equate these two terms as ab plus ba is equal to 1, and we are going to substitute a is equal to minus b in this value, that is in this equation 2. Once we substitute a is equal to minus b in equation 2, we are going to get expression b is equal to a by a minus b as equation b. Now we have equation b. Now the left out is we have to find out the equation a, that is the expression a or value of a. How are we going to do that is we have b value, and that we will substitute in this equation a is equal to minus b, and once you substitute, you're going to get it as a value as minus of 1 by a minus b. So now we have a value and we have b value, and these two are going to substitute in equation or the expression 1, which is given here, and this is nothing but partial fractions of this integration term. So we're going to make use of both and we're going to integrate finally. So let's do the expression now. Now what we did is we're going to take equation 1 and substituting a and b, we got an expression of this kind, and this is nothing but next step what we're going to do is we're going to integrate it with the limits 0 to x into dx. So once you integrate here, you can see you have something common here, 1 by a minus b and 1 by a minus b. Let's take out 1 by a minus b, and in your flower bracket you're going to get it as 1 by a minus x plus 1 by b minus x into dx is equal to k into integration of 0 to t dt. Integration of 0 to t dt is nothing but t, that is what we write in the next equation. So we have 1 by a minus x into minus of integration of 0 to x 1 by a minus x into dx plus integration of 0 to x 1 by b minus x into dx. Now you can see this expression as 1 by a minus x into dx is nothing but integration of 0 to x 1 by a minus x into dx is nothing but ln of a minus x. Similarly, integration of 0 to x 1 by b minus x into dx is nothing but ln of b minus x, ln of a minus x, ln of b minus x. Now you have ln of a minus ln of b, you can write it as ln of a by b. So that's what we are writing it here. Before that, we are going to make use of the two limits, and we are going to equate this equation. That is nothing but ln of a minus x. See, what we are going to do is first term we are going to equate x is equal to x, and in the second term we are going to equate x is equal to 0. So first term we have ln of a minus x into ln of a minus x by b minus x, and then you have, that is when x is equal to x, and then the next term we have for x is equal to 0 ln of a by b. So if this is clear. So ln of a minus x by b minus x minus ln of a minus a by b is equal to k into t. So you have 1 by a minus b into ln of a minus x. Now here what we have is it is this nothing but in the form of ln of a minus ln of b. So when you have ln of a minus ln of b, you're going to make it as ln of a by b. So we have ln of a minus x divided by b minus x, ln of a minus x divided by b minus x into b by a is equal to kt. Now the final expression, you can retain it as it is for the value of the rate constant, or you can also equate it with respect to base 10. So you have here 1 by a minus b. So the final equation for the rate constant is going to be kt is equal to 1 by a minus b into ln of a minus x into b by b minus x into a when the two concentration is not equal to 0. Now, if you want to convert it to the base 10, then the final expression would be k is equal to 2.303 divided by t into a minus b into log of b into a minus x by a into b minus x. So this is your final expression for the rate constant of second order reaction when the two reactants, concentration of two reactants is not the same. That is when a is not equal to b. So thank you very much.